Hello. Here we go again. Fucking hell. Time now, 2:30. Wednesday. Fucking hell. Bridge of death. Lined up nice and early. Fucking hell. Some for the alarms to go off. Reversing for me. Good man. Cheers, my man. If we can get through, we can get through. Might have to go on the curb. I know. Yeah, we're alright. Right, we're out of here. Oh, not the best place to park, Governor. Then again, there's only port and a storm around here. Fucking hell, she's heavy. And there's only about 42.5 tonne. Right. Whoa. Always fun getting out of here fully freighted. You just got to rely on the generosity of somebody to try and let you out. I don't think anybody is. No chance of getting out of it, it's just continuous flow of traffic. So unless I'm let out, I've got no hope. Absolutely no hope. But a council worker or somebody in a tipper van, let me out. What a star. Top man, top man. Well, that was fun and games in there. Halfway through loading, bloody fire alarm went off. Had to evacuate. Yeah, I know there's a bridge there. Telling me I'm about to hit a bridge. Let the tipper through. Because I'm good like that. There's Jimmy, HRT. Don't drop it, take it home. Kent Recycles. Well, I wish everybody in Kent would. Clearly, not everybody does.
Take the second exit.
Come on, come on, come on. filter there, but it doesn't mean they ain't going to cut across you. So we're just coming out of Erith. There's the Dartford Bridge. So we're south of the Thames. So what's been occurring? Monday didn't start until 7 in the morning, I think. I then got delayed on the docks, delayed for hours. Like, it wasn't just like a couple of hours, it was like 4 hours plus. And then had to go to Bristol, load.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
Right, the London Gateway. Can't remember how far I got. No, I got all the way to the London Gateway. I got up there about 8 o'clock at night. Managed to get the last parking spot. 2 down from a fridge unit. So I didn't have the best night's kit. And then last night. Where did I get to last night? Oh, Cobham. Yeah, where did I go? From back to Southampton this morning. No, it was the day before. Where did I go? Bristol. I don't know, but I ended up in Cobham anyway. I just can't remember. Cobham last night, and I must have had about 3 down. To my left was a fridge, about 3 up was a fridge, and opposite was a fridge. So I had it like
the
round stand.
taking the second exit.
Is the best way of describing it. Fucking fridges chugging away all night. So I didn't get the best night's sleep last night either. Tonight I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna, or what the plan is. I'll make a phone call in a minute or two. I could well make it back to the yard. I don't really want to, but we'll see. In 5 1/4 hours. Bloody hell, it's warm in here. I think I need to be in that M25 Gatwick. Now this one I do.
Go over the roundabout, taking the second exit.
Depends on the deck.
Take the second exit towards N20 to Gatwick.
You get like 4 lanes there that automatically go straight into 3. I'm not quite sure how that works. Going round to the right.
Enter the roundabout, take the third exit.
Green lights.
Take the third exit towards N23 to Gatwick.
That's going to be a hard slog up some of the hills. Got a bit of weight behind her. yesterday? Where did I go yesterday? Oh, Maidstone, that was it. Yeah, down in the Maidstone. That's it. By the time I got out of Maidstone, I was in Cobham. I could have got a bit further down the road, but it would have been late, and then I had no guarantee that I'd be able to park. And as I wasn't on the docks until 8 o'clock this morning, wasn't really a lot of point. No point in rushing it, doing more than I need to. 40 mile an hour, flat out. I'll put the aircon on. It's a bit warm and stuffy in here. Might have to stop at Clackett to get changed and have a wee. Go on, Bill.
Keep right towards M23, towards Dover.
Dover? Then the M20 yesterday down towards Maidstone. It come up just before. Yeah, that was the. I had a bit of a drama yesterday morning with containers. That was yesterday morning up at Gateway. Got the box off in 21 minutes. Loaded box off. No problem at all. I then queued an hour and a half to get in to get a box, an empty box. Got in there. Sorry, we don't have the box that you need. The only box we've got, which is a 40-foot standard that we've got, has just been washed out and it's wet. And it says on your ticket you're loading chemicals. I went, right. So you haven't got a box for me? No. Now, 40-foot standard box. That's a bit like, that's the equivalent of going into a fish and chip shop and the chip shop says, sorry, we've got no chips. You've got no chips. That's more or less what they said. So, I've come out of there, made a phone call and said, they ain't got no boxes in there. You need to sort me out another place to get a box. 2 hours later, I get told to go back in there. So I go back in and I get a 40-foot high cube this time. After another hour and a half, something like that, it was now about an hour and a half. There's another hour and a half to queue up to get another box, 40-foot high cube put on. So I get this box put on, and I make my way on down to Maidstone. I get down to Maidstone, I'm late by a couple of hours, by about 3 or 4 hours actually. Get in there, and he says, I understand there was a problem with the box. I said, yeah. I said they had no, I said that they had no 40-foot standards. I said they did have one, but it's just been washed out, so it was all wet inside. He went, wet inside? I said, yeah. And they said they wouldn't release it because it says there's chemicals going in. Limited quantity. So he said, A, there's no chemicals going in. Okay. And B, we could have had a wet box because all this stuff that's going in has been sat outside for the last God knows how many weeks and it's all wet. And I'll tell you how wet it was, because when they loaded it in, it's all like shrink wrapped in this plastic stuff. It's tubing, pipe, plastic pipe. They put it all in, there was water pouring out the back of the container and through the gaps in the floor. So it wouldn't have mattered if I had had a wet box. 4 hours 40. That cost me yesterday. And it needn't to have. If just everybody had been singing off the same hymn sheet. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's no skin off my nose whatsoever. It doesn't really matter. All I do is drive from A to B. But you got to look at it and go, what a waste of time. Waste of time and resource, and that's partly why there's such a problem with the supply chain, because that's just me, but this happens on a regular basis. You imagine it happening nationally on a national basis to a high proportion of truck drivers. Yeah, inefficient. So today, getting a box off and a box on, I was in the docks for less than an hour to get a box on, a loaded box off to export, so that was good. And I went and got a empty box on more or less straight away as well, which was good. So it can be done. I'm on the M25, clockwise, going round the bottom. Rattle, don't need that. Building up a bit of speed now. Being a bit slow on the hills. So I'm going to get down there probably about 5 o'clock. Oh, Marmite, come on. Have to ease off and let you in tonight. Leave you hanging out there for hours. So I think that's about you up to date. I didn't record Monday or Tuesday or really much of the day, because it's not really very much, very exciting stuff, and a lot of it was done in the dark. Yesterday's place was quite easy to load, just pull up, open the doors, and they filled it in the back. That was good. I think Mondays was a bit like, Mondays was easy enough to get in and out of. Plenty of room. It was down at Slocum Bay. I had a 20-footer one as well. And I was a little bit concerned that, when the trouble with trying to stretch out a 20-footer on a skelly trailer is that the weight is right at the back of the trailer, and you've got no weight on your axle, on your drive axle. So it can spin out, especially if the ground's a bit damp or concrete or smooth concrete. But they loaded, and I don't think there was. I think the weight was about 6 tons, so there was nothing there. And I've got a brand new trailer on, and she slides nicely. She's fully lubed up. So she's a bit slippery. So the trailer slid without an issue at all. I'm going to have to set her back a bit, or I'm going to be up his ass. I ain't got enough hook to get by. It might be about a couple of days trying to get by with probably similar weight. As I'm going in the Clackett lane anyway, which is no more than about, I don't know, less than 10 mile away. Not really worth busting the gut to try and get past. So whilst I'm in Clackett, I shall make a phone call and find out what the score is for tomorrow. See what they got me on. Mild. Temperature today 17 degrees. It's the 27th of October, so you're a few days behind still. Marmite's pulling away a bit. Yeah, 17 degrees at the end of October. Weekend. Can't think. My memory is absolutely shot. I can't remember what we did at the weekend. Friday we went and had fish and chips down at Milford on Sea in the evening, but it was blowing a bit of a gale, so we ate them in the car and looked out over a pitch black from the cliff top over a dark sea, stormy sea. Cleared the boats, but couldn't really see them. Saturday lunchtime we went for lunch at the Italian, and that, I know I've talked about this Italian before, but we had a set course lunch, and it was I had mussels in a sort of white wine, garlic, no cream, but it was almost like a minestrone soup, but it had like chili flakes in it, so it was quite, you know, a bit tangy, you know. Mussels were lovely, absolutely gorgeous mussels, and a big bowl of them as well, so that was really nice. And then I had a pizza, vegetarian pizza, again really nice, and a drink, and that was $9.95. And it was a good sized pizza and a good bowl of mussels for $9.95. You can't go wrong. It was brilliant. And then most of that gorgeous Kira, she had the same, so yeah, really good. Then we went into Costco. Went in the Southampton. No, we didn't. Then we had a bit of got a few bits and pieces done in the afternoon at home. Nothing too much. Then we went and watched. We took seats for in the Southampton. In the I can't remember the name of the cinema now. The new one in West Kia, for those that know it. And you pay extra and get the big kind of seats. Oh, heaven! I tell you, that's the way to watch a film. Best seats in the house. And it ain't that much more expensive than a normal, you know, cheap seat. Easy Dodger. And watch the new James Bond film, No Time to Die. No spoilers. Fucking hell. I wasn't that happy about the ending, I can tell you, for those that have watched it. I'm not happy. I am a bit of a James Bond fan, and yeah, it didn't sit comfortably with me at all, I'm afraid. It did not sit comfortably. I thought I'd come out of the cinema like ready to pick a fight. I was a bit annoyed, really. Good film, but yeah. Then we stopped at the co-op on the way back in Ashurst. On the way back home, we went in there to get some nippy bits. And the gorgeous kid ends up talking to the it was about, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night, something like that. 9:30. There was, you know, and there was one lad behind the till. Bear in mind, I wasn't overly happy anyway. I wasn't overly happy at all. And plus, I hate seeing the DB5 being messed up. It brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, I don't like that. But anyway, she gets talking to the lad, and the lad goes, James Bond isn't really my thing. What do you mean James Bond isn't your thing? I'm not really into that. I'm more into Harry Potter. Harry fucking Potter? It's an age thing. It must just be an age thing, or a me thing. I don't know. Fuck me. What's the world coming to? Harry Potter or James Bond? I'm not really into James Bond. Ooh. Each to their own, I suppose, you know. But that sort of finished me off, really. I did buy a nice custard tart in there, though, so that was alright. That made me happy. And it was reduced. Sunday, what did we do Sunday? Sunday, that was it, we went to Costco. And stocked up on all the shit that we need to stock up on. So we did the stocking up bit. It pays to go there because it's just so much cheaper. Yeah, so much cheaper. Trouble is, you've got to find somewhere to put it, you know, that's the trouble. I've just gone past the services, I hope I haven't. I don't think so. Yipping away too much. I've done that before. If you go back to Code Brand, the video that was Code Brand, I thought I'd gone past it, nearly shit myself. For those of you that are new to the channel, and there have been quite a few new people join, so thank you very much. And if you're watching this, you got this far and you haven't switched off after 5 minutes, thank you. The reason I put these videos together is Clackett Lane, 1 mile. Quick, so I've only got a mile to go. The reason I put these videos together is quite simple. I reckon in the next 20-30 years I might end up suffering dementia, and when I'm sat in a chair and every 5 hours I end up in my trousers, I'd like to be able to, somebody, nurse can come over to me and go, look here, you grumpy bastard, stop antagonising Mildred over there, throwing stuff at her. Watch these videos on this iPad. This is what you used to do. This is you. And it might sedate me for a couple of hours. And I could also deny that any of this was me. How anybody could be this stupid and do what I do for a living. But yeah, that's what I do. Really, it's just to get, it's a record. It's like it's easier than writing it down. I've written blogs before, but that's time consuming. But this is time consuming. Don't get me wrong, this is time consuming. But it's just a video at the end of the day, and you get to see what I do or don't do. Obviously, I can't show you everything, but you get the gist of it. So here I am, pulling into the Clackett lane. I'm going to be my normal indecisive self and not have a clue where I'm going to park. I've got a car right up my arse. Now he's deciding to overtake me. There you go for it. Stop here and get changed. I think.
Recalculating.
No messing around here, look. No messing. Straight into a slot. Look at that. That's got to be a first, isn't it? Don't normally do that. Anyway, I'm going to make a phone call, have a pee, and work out what's happening next. So I shall speak to you all later on. I think the smoke caution sign can go off now. Load of traffic coming on. They can do what they like. An extra lane. He needs to put his foot down, which he's going to do now. There you go. Couldn't pull over because he was there. Couldn't move out to the right. So Clark, if you can do that now, why couldn't you have done that earlier when I overtook you? be a bit of parking in there at this time of day, 4 o'clock. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm indicating right to go out. Really? You can hear how long I was indicating to go out. Do you think one of them would move into the lane to their right, which was clear? And he's going left anyway. Oh, he's getting a taste of his own medicine now. Couldn't get in. Wanker. People just don't think. See a big truck indicating right and your lane to the right is clear. Would it not be an idea to move over and let him out because he's running out of space? He can't accelerate. Oh, I don't know. I'm asking too much, clearly. And it's not that I've got the God-given right to move out. I mean, yeah, he's in his lane, but you know, he came from about a dozen or so, at least 20 car lengths behind me, seeing that I was indicating, and the lane to his right was empty, and he did not want to move over, would not move over to let me out. It's not like I left it late to move out of that lane. It would have to be the road, that's the trouble. You know, when you're driving these things, you're driving them not only for yourself but for everybody else. There's an amount of dipshittery that goes on. You've got to think about what every other car user or what every other vehicle, what they're going to do, where they're going to go, how they're going to do it. Anticipating their every move almost. I'm staying out in this lane because left-hand lane goes off. See how many people leave it to the last minute. Get into that left-hand lane. None of them have moved over to the left there. Well done, he has. Driving across. when I park up. Which realistically means that I could put my card in at 3:15, but I wouldn't be leaving Fleet until 3:30, which means I'd get down to Southampton at 4:30, and I've got a dock slot between 4 and 5, which only gives me 30 minutes of getting onto the dock. 30 minutes of wiggle room, that's not enough. Not for my liking. So I'll forego an 11-hour break. It's Wednesday night. Half a mile, which leaves me one elongated break left, 1 15-day left. And I want to save that if I can. Oh, excuse me. Right, let's see what they got. Let's see. Will I get on a slot straight away? Or will I have to do a bit of faffing about? Afterburners on, coming in hot. Bump down here as well. Don't want to be hitting this too hard. See what we got. See what we got. Take it over here. This is where I'm going. Down here. Well, I should be able to get out alright now. Yeah, there you go. Right, that'll do. Speak to you all later.